Hey everyone, Scott here, Depression to Expression. It is Thursday evening, 10 o'clock. But happy Friday if you're watching on Friday because I release videos Monday and Friday. You made it through the week, baby. You made it. Let's all give ourselves a pat on the back. No matter how hard the week was, no matter how bad you dreaded going to bed because you didn't want to wake up and have to do it all over again. I know that feeling. You proved yourself wrong. You said, I don't think I can do this. I don't think I can do this. Well, guess what? You did. You did. You're here. Well done. Well done. And I'm telling you, it gets easier. So this video is about why depression's awesome. Why is it a blessing in disguise? Why you shouldn't be scared to have it for the rest of your life. I'm going to tell you where I was. I'm going to tell you where I am currently. First, I want to share a story with you. I went to Europe 2 years ago. Oh my God, 3 years ago now. Shit, time flies. But 2013. And went all over Europe, backpacked, was completely alone, met so many great people. Lived off the land. No, stayed in hostels. It was an incredible, incredible trip, guys. Highly recommend it. And I met so many people, had so many experiences. So I'm in Paris, and I'm at the La Plage. There's a little beach, and there's these gypsy kids, or children that come along, start playing, building sandcastles. Next thing I know, my bag's gone. My passport, my credit card, my debit card, my ID, the cash I had, everything was gone, including the damn bag. Everything was gone. So I get back home a month later, and everyone asks, how was the trip? How was the trip? Talk about all these great things that happened, what I saw, and then the Paris experience comes up. And guess what? People lean in. They say, what? You were homeless for 2 days? You had to beg for money on the Champs-Élysées to afford a passport picture to then go to the embassy to renew your passport, get a new one? People leaned in. People were so interested in that part. And it was hell. But I even enjoyed telling the story. It was a challenge. It made me grow as a person because, my God, I was scared shitless being alone in a city I didn't know, with no passport, no way to get home, and no money, until it was wired to me, but that took 24 hours. That experience, guys, people lean in for that shit. That's the gold in life. That's the gold. Now, if you're in the pit of depression, and let's say you're having a panic attack right now, of course you're not going to say, God damn, I'm so glad I'm suffering from this because it's going to be a great story. No, I know that. But you will get to a level higher than your depression, and you'll look down and say, damn, that made me a better person. That made me a stronger person. It will, and it's happening right now. Anyone can be happy. Anyone can be successful when they're happy, when times are good, when they're financially stable, when they're feeling great. It's when shit goes wrong, and let's say a diagnosis hits you in the face, that's when your character is built. That's when you sharpen your skill sets. That's when you may find purpose, even purpose in your suffering. That's when you get to know who you really are and what you're really made of. And that's what you're finding out right now, aren't you? You're finding out who you are. You're growing as an individual right now. All hard times do is make you a better person at a much faster rate than those who have it easy their whole lives. This is the good stuff. This is what makes you who you are. Good experiences, bad experiences. But I'm telling you, the bad ones you don't forget, but the bad ones make you who you are, and they make you stronger. The story about the The Paris thing. Think about anyone. Has anyone come up to you or your parents or your friends and talk about the experience they had in the past, or how was your weekend? And then they say, my weekend was great. This happened though. They'll say, my basement flooded. They'll say, I just had a person come in she was in Tampa Bay. And then another one was in Nashville. And sorry if I'm ranting here, going off, but the exact same thing happened. I'm like, how was your trip to Nashville? She was going for a company event. She said it was great, did the event, but, and I lean in, guess what happened? I was locked out of my hotel room. It was 2 a.m. I was feeling sick, but then the whole hotel staff had to come up, knock down the door because it wasn't just the key sensor that wasn't working. It was the whole knob. They had to break down the door. People were coming out of the room seeing what was the matter. And she was excited telling this story. She spent 5 minutes on the good stuff and 20 minutes on the shit stuff. It's gold. It's gold. Don't regret your bad experiences. Don't regret your pain. It's making you stronger, guys. Okay? I want to tell you why it's a blessing in disguise. All right? Here's where you may be now. Be quiet, phone. Who likes pizza? Can you see that? It's a little pie. It's a little pie. This is your life, my friends. Relationships. Family. School. And your goals. See those 4 quadrants? Now, where is your depression and anxiety currently? Point. For a lot of you, and this is where I was as well, but this was years ago, I've had a lot of time to kind of figure things out, okay? I'm not saying I'm ahead of you. I'm just saying I've learned a few things, all right? No one is above anyone in this world. This is where your anxiety and depression may be right now. The focal point of your life. The focal point. Dead center, where all life events, all past experiences, all future goals, all aspirations, all current moods revolve around your diagnosis. And that's okay. That's okay, because maybe your diagnosis is new to you. Maybe you're feeling these things you've never felt before. Maybe you haven't gotten the right treatment yet. Maybe you haven't seen the right therapist yet. That's perfectly normal. That's perfectly normal. All right? But that's not where it ends. So are you worried that maybe I'll have anxiety and depression forever? Maybe I will too. But I'm more content with it now because I'll tell you why. I will tell you why. Because that's where I used to be. Okay? And now life looks more like this. Different shapes. It's circles, baby. And here's my family. Here's my relationships. Here's work. Here's goals. Here's a trip I'm planning. Here's the hockey game coming up. Here's, I don't know, a hike. Different things in your life. Here's YouTube. Love YouTube. Here's depression. Here's my anxiety. It is no longer the focal point of my life. And although sometimes I can't pick and choose what it affects, I am far more in control and comfortable with it being over here and just one of the things versus something in the dead center that my life revolves around. My life no longer revolves around my diagnosis. It doesn't. Depression is a blessing to me because I can almost now choose what it affects. I can make the conscious choice to do things or not do things based on how I'm feeling versus saying no to everything. I know myself more. And guess what? This little part of life, this has made all other aspects stronger. And eventually, or even now, you may be able to make that choice and you could see it from this perspective. And that's why it's a blessing in disguise for me. It's a blessing in disguise because I believe my depression has made my family life stronger. We've gotten together as a family. I've gotten to know my parents. I've gotten to know my sister way better because when you open up how you're feeling, when you become so vulnerable, there's no way anyone can pass up that opportunity to become closer to you, especially your family. How has it affected this trip I'm going on? I'll talk about that in a later video. It's affected this trip choice because I'm going on a little meditation retreat. How about we put in, because this is another big part of my life, fitness. Fitness wasn't even here before my diagnosis. It wasn't even here. Meditation didn't even exist. Depression and anxiety have allowed me to put new things into my life circle. It's made me care about my physical health and mental health even more. It's made me a better person. So now, thanks to depression, just that little aspect here, it's created that for me. It's created new goals, new aspirations, new hobbies. I have a lot to thank for this little guy. Now, if it's in the middle for you right now, and it's huge, and when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do is, how am I feeling right now? Or if someone asks you out somewhere, you automatically think, where, oh my God, is there going to be a lot of people, blah, blah, blah. It'll get better, and it will no longer be the focal point. That's what I'm saying. Right now, it probably doesn't feel like a blessing. It probably doesn't, and that's okay. Eventually, you'll get here. And I'm not saying, come on, guys, I'm better than you. I'm here and you're here. No, that's not it at all. I'm just saying this is when you'll realize that it's a blessing. This is when you realize it made you a stronger person. Right now, you're dealing with the shit right in the middle. And everything's revolving around your feelings and your diagnosis. You'll get here. So if you don't have a mental illness, get one. It's fun, okay? It makes you better. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Did that make sense? Honestly, it's a blessing in disguise. It creates great stories, makes you a stronger person, creates a foundation on which you can live your life, creates new hobbies, new interests, and it will no longer be the focal point. I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed this video, I have a Patreon page. All the links are in the comments, or all the links are, you press the down arrow thingy under the video. $1 a month, $12 a year. That would mean the world to me if you enjoy my videos and find value in them. And also share this, like this, comment. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Happy Friday. Have a great weekend, everyone. Stay strong. Keep being you.